If you're a dairy producer or a dairy professional, you should listen up because we are going to be hosting the first ever American Dairy Expo, that's Expo XPO, November 5th and 6th at the Champlain Valley Exposition in Vermont. Grab a free breakfast, tour the 200 Company Dairy Innovation Trades Show, meet Olympian and dairy producer Ellie St. Pierre, and take in the Dairy Delivers classroom. November 5th is Dairy Fest at 4 p.m., featuring a massive dairy buffet, live entertainment, and industry networking. Full details, discount coupon, and pre-expo tickets at AmericanDairyExpo.com. That's AmericanDairyExpo.com. I will see you there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Pull Up a Bale podcast. I am your host, Val Lavigne, a dairy farmer from New York, and you can connect with me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at DairyGalVal. The Pull Up a Bale podcast is where real stories from rural life meet bold conversations about the future of ag. So pull up a bale and let's chat. Today, sitting on the other hay bale is the one and only Amber Bristow, aka Cranberry Chat from Instagram. Amber, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am beyond excited to finally have you on the podcast because I've known you for a few years now and I feel like we're like long lost cousins for it.
Yes.
And it's amazing, and getting an opportunity to kind of just chat with you is very exciting to me. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Those of you that do not, or for those that do not know who you are, do you want to kind of give us the quick rundown?
Yeah. Well, thanks. Congratulations on your big rebrand. I'm very excited
Thank
when you
you.
told me about it. So this is really exciting. I am a 5th generation cranberry grower in West Central Wisconsin. My family has been growing only cranberries since 1918. So our family started with just 11 acres of cranberries, and now we are over 230 acres. So every year we're expanding, every generation is expanding a little bit more. I work alongside both of my parents. The marsh was passed down through my mom's side of the family. So my dad married into the family business, not really having any sort of agriculture background. So he learned everything about growing cranberries through my grandfather, who learned from his father and so on. And so my dad has been kind of running the show out here for the last 25 years or so. And now my husband, Dan, he also married into the family business without also having a farm background. So he's learning the ropes through my dad. And we have 2 kids. We have 2 boys, Porter and Thomas.
Porter's boys ever.
They're the best. Porter is going to be 4 the end of August. Little Tommy, he was just born the end of April. So he just turned 3 months old, and they're the best. So to see like the life I grew up with through their eyes now is just something really special. And I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom right now during this season of things. So I'm not out on the marsh as much as I used to be, but being home with them is just, I'm so lucky that I'm able to do that and still kind of stay involved with things when and if I can, and take the boys along with me. It's just it's a fun phase of life. I'm very thankful that I'm able to do that.
100%. And I have really enjoyed watching, I've been, creepily following you. I've been following you on Instagram since I think before you found out that you were pregnant with Porter. It's been, quite some time now. And it's been amazing to watch you transition into, basically being a cranberry farmer as your full focus to now being like the coolest cranberry mom ever. So, that's been so much fun to watch you and watch your content change and, be one of the special people that get to see pictures of the boys, doing different things. And Porter seems like he takes his role of big brother very seriously,
Yes,
which is
he does.
absolutely adorable.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. I started posting on social media, gosh, I don't even know if it was the end of 2019, 2020, somewhere in that, right before the pandemic hit, I think. So I started posting online just because I was sick of people coming up to me and being like, hey, I would introduce myself and I would say, hey, I'm Amber, I'm a cranberry grower. And like the first question everybody asks is, what's it like working in water all the time. There's so many misconceptions surrounding the cranberry industry, and there's not there at the time there wasn't any cranberry growers really sharing their story on social media. And the only way that people were getting information about cranberries was from the ocean spray commercials where the guys were standing out in the water with the cranberries floating around them. So that's just what people associated cranberries with, is with water. And so I started just sharing like my day-to-day life on the farm and what I was doing in a day, and just kind of showing the year of cranberries, because they are a perennial plant. They grow all year round. There's stuff to do all year round. So just showing a little bit of that. And then once I found out I was pregnant, that's when I really took a step back. This was 2021. Porter was born. Yeah, the beginning of 2021. I found out I was pregnant, and I got super sick with him. So I took a big step back right away. And then after that, I kind of made the decision not to really post my kids on social media. I just wasn't super comfortable with that, especially with AI coming around. I was like, oh, some weird things can happen. And I just don't want to be, I felt like if I couldn't make content without my kids in it, I shouldn't be making content at all, because I don't want that to be the focus. One time I was posting pictures when Porter was born. Here's my tangent. We're going to just jump right into the tangent.
You go for it. I'm here for the tangent.
So when Porter was like a baby, I would post pictures and videos every so often. And one time I was at a Target, and someone recognized him before they recognized me, which was super spooky. I mean, it is very weird. Like, I'm not like I don't have like a ton of followers. I mean, I have enough, I guess.
I'd be like, get the hell away from my.
Like someone, like she stopped and she stared at me, and I was like, okay, she might follow me. Maybe that's what's happening, because I didn't recognize her. And she said, I actually stopped because I recognized Porter before I saw you. And I was like, okay.
And you know my kid's name.
Thank you for being honest, because that really just kind of stuck with me. And I was like, that's my sign to kind of just not do that anymore. So yeah, I kind of changed the way I started posting online, which was really difficult because, going from like being a female in agriculture is like a little bit of a challenge in and of itself. But something really cool about the cranberry industry is there's so many there's so many women involved in the industry that I never really felt out of place. Like there's so many women involved in boards and like the Wisconsin State Cranberry Growers Association, and on committees and on boards. Like there's so much women representing the industry that it was just easy for me to kind of join right in. And I never really felt like a minority here on our farm. Like I grew up out here. I grew up like following my dad and like kind of learning from him through the growing side of things, and then learning from my mom how to do the business side of things. So I felt like I belonged, but you still need to work to prove yourself to everyone else out here. So going from like doing a lot of the heavy workload to doing like everything the guys were doing and like keeping up with them, to all of a sudden being like put in a tower like Rapunzel, like, no, you fragile little flower. You cannot do this anymore. Like, you are now a mother. You need to do motherly things. And like,
yeah, I struggled with this too, being high risk with twins. Right. When I got pregnant, it was, I had the plans of like riding horses is my like one thing that I do. That's like, it's me. It keeps me calm. Like if I'm having a bad day, all better on the back of a horse. Well, the second that we found out I was high risk twins, whipped right out underneath me.
Yeah.
Couldn't do this, couldn't do that, couldn't lift it. And I'm like, this is not okay. Like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah. So that was really difficult for me to kind of come to terms with, just because I'm stubborn. I don't like not being able to do stuff like that anymore. And when I had Porter, it was a very hard labor, a very hard delivery. He was born the end of August, and I had a post birth hemorrhage that really knocked me out, and it was very scary. Porter was totally fine. Like he was great. Everything was very great with him, but I needed 2 or 3 blood transfusions, iron transfusions, just to get back on my feet. And then coming home, this was right before harvest started for us, and I'm expected to be back out there working again. And I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. I was like so stressed. I knew my anxiety was high. but I didn't come to terms with it like personally. So I had like it was really hard for me to sleep at night knowing that he's going to be fine just sleeping in a bassinet next to me. I had like those very wild thoughts where I was like, oh my gosh, what if this giant anaconda from the Amazon somehow makes its way into my house and finds my baby? Like those really intrusive thoughts. I had those
And then all this,
constantly.
you think it so much and you're like, oh my God, it could be true. Like, wait a second, what's actually going on? Yep.
Like, what if an airplane just drops from the sky on our, just like,
well, we know about you and airplanes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like airplanes. Anyway, so I just wasn't dealing with postpartum very well on top of like the trauma and on top of like having a baby that wasn't sleeping at night and getting nights and days mixed. Like it was a cluster. And then jumping right into harvest, 4 or 5 weeks after that, I wasn't able to breastfeed like I wanted to. So I had to like cut cold turkey on that right away. And it was a very hard transition into motherhood. And it got better. Like Porter and I, we are like one in the same being. Like we are just like the same person, carbon copied. So it's really fun to watch him grow and kind of come into that. So it's really great. And then Tommy was born and I had a little bit of a higher risk pregnancy with him. And at that point, I fully pulled away from social media. I didn't want to share any bit of that online just because I didn't want people giving unsolicited advice to me like, oh, you have diabetes again. You need to do this, this, and this. I'm like, I don't want any of that.
Thank you.
Yes. I was like, I don't want any part of that. I'm already like super paranoid. Just remove myself from that situation. And I just wanted to be in my own bubble during that time. And I still kind of am. And he was born and everything's great. He's a very happy baby. He's so chill and he sleeps and we're just having a very easy time. And this time around, I was like, I'm not messing with this postpartum stuff again. So I hopped on Zoloft right away. I talked to my doctor. I'm like, just slap me with it. I don't care.
Please just give me the drugs.
Slap me with the drugs. And it has been, I wish I would have done this a lot earlier. It's great. But I don't remember what the question was, but that's that's where I'm at right now.
It's kind of like a little question and then a tangent, and then we slid down into somewhere else, and it's good.
There's my whole life story. How are you?
Oh my gosh. So, me knowing your story a little bit, I know that, you obviously grew up, you mentioned earlier, 5th generation on the Cranberry bog.
Mhm.
I almost said the Cranberry farm, but I was like, that's
fine. That's fine. You can call it a farm.
Farming those cranberries. But, so you grew up on the bog. Do you want to kind of share, some of your fun memories from growing up, being a cranberry grower?
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite memories are when I was probably around 4 or 5, actually. So even though cranberries don't grow in water, we still use water throughout the year to help keep the plants healthy. And one of the ways that we do that when the plant starts coming out of dormancy in the spring. So after the fruit is harvested in the fall, the plant just basically shuts down its growing process and it goes dormant over the winter. So it stops growing. And then once it starts to warm up in the spring, we use our irrigation systems to have running water going to keep the vines from freezing up and getting frost damage because there's already buds on the plants for the next season's crop already. So we want to protect those buds from freezing off and killing our crop, basically. So when we are protecting for frost overnight, we have different shifts. I don't know if you can hear Tommy crying, so sorry. But so we have different shifts, and a guy will take a shift for like 2 hours at a time, and he'll drive around checking all the sprinklers to make sure everything's working properly and that nothing is freezing up and blah, blah, blah. And my dad would have the 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock a.m., and he would get me up on the weekends with him during his shift. And we'd go downstairs and we would watch just really crummy movies, whatever was on TV. So we watched a lot of like black and white Godzilla movies and like The Fly and just like those old horror movies. And we would stay up watching those movies.
No wonder why you have anxiety going to sleep. This is why we're fine. It's like a therapy session.
It is.
It's free. This is why you have anxiety, because Godzilla at 2 a.m. is like
great.
coming to get you.
And you know what? Porter is the same way. He loves spooky things. So I'm like, kid, you're setting I've seen this film before. I know what happens. You are going to be me.
Sorry to say,
Sorry
but
to say, you're going to be a ball of anxiety. Let's learn how to deal with it now before anyway. So we would get up, watch these movies, and then he would have a cooler packed with like juice and beef sticks, and he would take me in a big blanket and we'd load up in his truck when it was time to drive around, and we would just drive around and listen to music and just check for sprinklers and stuff. And it was really fun. I don't ever remember going to bed on those nights. I would just somehow wake up there. So it was really fun for me to do that with him. And then in the summer, we would irrigate at night just to give the plants water. And my brother and I would load up in the back of the pickup truck, and my parents would just drive around and just like run us through the sprinklers, and we'd listen to music. And it was really fun to have like the whole family involved, or, just like those special moments with your mom or dad, and just being involved that way. And now we're starting to do the same thing with our kids too. And it's just really special to like relive those moments, as a kid, and then looking back at your kids doing the same thing. It's really cool.
it
And then
is.
like everything around the harvest process to just being involved from such a young age and kind of growing and having bigger responsibilities every year is really cool too. So like starting out from just like learning how to drive a tractor to like running the biggest piece of equipment that we own during harvest is pretty cool.
Awesome. And you mentioned, your brothers. So how many
Mhm.
kids total are there?
It's just me and my brother. My brother is not involved. He's older. He's not involved out here too much, which is probably a good thing. He's a type A personality and I'm not. So he's very much like a control person, which is great. He's very good at what he does now. He worked in politics right out of college, and then he kind of transitioned over to like a public relations type of job for like a pretty big agency in Wisconsin. And he's doing like all these really cool things for the state and like all the behind the scenes type work. It's really great. I love that for him. He's
Yep.
great at what he does, but he needs to stay doing that and not come
But
here.
there's a little separation in there.
Yes,
It's called
yes,
working with family. It's a lot of fun.
it is. Yeah. So like right now I'm looking at my grandma's house across my driveway. My parents are in my backyard. Like I have a cousin that works out here as well, and his family is across the road. So we're literally here
Yep.
all the time, which is great. It's definitely a lot of pros and some cons, but I think every family farm is going to run into that in some extent. I feel,
Definitely. It's great when it's great. And when it's not great, it's like just
yeah.
not great.
Yeah. I remember my mom saying one time, like, you could have the biggest blow up at work, but those are your coworkers. And then, as soon as 5 o'clock hits and you have a birthday to celebrate in the family, you got to be able to switch it off and be a family again. You can't hold on to like your work feelings and then bring that into the family. So we try to keep those two things separate as much as possible. But
That is very good advice.
yeah, so if you're able to do that, it works out really well, and still be able to come together as a family and still be a family unit the size that we are after 5 generations, I think is, well, 6 generations now with the kids, is pretty special to be able to have like a fully communicating family that enjoys getting together still is pretty cool.
That is really awesome. And, so you grew up, doing it. And then, as you got into high school, were you thinking, oh, I'm going to, stay at the farm? What were your plans? How did things go from there?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, I was working out here during the summers. I would help with harvest every once in a while if they were working on the weekends. But my job during the summer was to pull weeds, and it was awful. I was able to recruit as many friends from high school as I could to come out and help me make it a little less painful. But we would usually have like 3 other kids helping every summer, and we would just get a 5-gallon bucket and we would walk through the vines, and we would have to pull maple trees.
Oh,
That
God.
was what we would do from 8 until 5 every single day. We would just get a bucket, pull weeds, down a bucket and pull weeds. So it wasn't like super glamorous by any means, but my parents always said it was a great way to build character. So at that time, I kind of knew I always wanted to come back. I just wasn't sure what the path to get there looked like. And my parents are really great about encouraging both my brother and I to go out. Sorry. to go out and just kind of explore our options. So they didn't want us to come back to the farm right away after we graduated either high school or college. They wanted us to have experience elsewhere. They wanted us to have like a real boss outside of your parents. So that was really great. And once I got into college, I I've always loved playing sports. I was big into volleyball. I played softball in college. I started coaching softball, high school softball, and then I went down I can't even think of what I have a degree in. Sports management.
What the heck is my degree? Hold on.
Hold on, give me a minute.
My brain at its finest. What the heck is that? Papers say?
It's like 95 degrees and
Yes.
I'm cooking. Anyway, so I went for sports management. I wanted to work in baseball. So that's actually where I met my husband, Dan. We worked for a summer collegiate team in the town that I went to school in, and he's from the same town. So we met that summer, 2012. And at the time, I did not like him. I mean, I didn't like he
I didn't like him.
I didn't like him. He was very loud. I was not very loud. I was like still like figuring out who I was as a person. I'm like, you're a little too loud for me. I don't really like that. So we didn't like hang out a lot, but he was 21 and I was 20. So I had to be nice. I had to be nice to him because he snuck me into bars after games and stuff.
It's all
And
coming
then
out.
it's
It's
all
all coming out today.
And then he went back to school where he went, and then I stayed in that area. And then we didn't reconnect again until after I graduated or towards the end of my school. I worked for a minor league baseball team in Iowa, the Quad City River Bandits. And I did community relations down there, and I loved doing that. It was so fun. I got to work with a lot of really great people. I worked with players, connecting them to the community, just like everything I like doing now. It's like the same thing, but different. So it was really cool.
Baseball players, cranberry growers, like
Yeah, I'm all about connecting. I'm connecting people. That's what I like to do. Uh, while I was doing that, I would come home like once every 3 months or something. I was working like insane hours down there, like 100 hours a week. It was insane. And trying to finish school, and it was just like a cluster. And so I'd come home like once every 3 months, and I would stay for the weekend or whenever I could. And then on my way home, like as soon as I would pull out of the driveway to head back to Iowa, I would just like start sobbing. And I'm like, at one point, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? Why I have like such a pull to be here, and like it just feels so safe to be here. And I hate leaving. So why do I keep leaving? And I had like a literal aha moment. I was like, I need to be back home working. This is it. This is like the bridge that I didn't know was there. And so, I, I had to finish up one more semester at school. And during that semester, I worked at a bridal salon, and I sold prom dresses, and then I sold wedding dresses and menswear. And I was really good at it, but it was awful.
you look great in the
It was really fun, like I've always said if I didn't get into farming, I would be a wedding planner. And it was really fun to like get them in the dress, and like it was very easy to tell when a bride like chooses her dress. Like you could pick it up like that. It was like they start petting the dress, they like are putting their hand like like there's like the whole thing that they do. Um and I was like, okay, I need to be out of here. Like no more dresses. Get me back in my Carhartts. Like, so I had that conversation with my
the
parents. I'm
weeds
like,
are calling. Let's
the
go.
weeds are calling. I need to get back to the maple trees. So I called my parents up, and we sat down and had like a conversation on how this was going to work, how the transition was going to work, how I saw myself fitting into the farm, and that kind of thing. And there came a time right before harvest that year where they're like, okay, we need your help now. Quit your job, like no 2 weeks notice. You need to be out here now. And so I was like, all right, like what have I got to lose? I don't need a letter of recommendation after this. So sorry guys.
Bye.
Bye. So I came back out here and started working, and that was 2017. So 8 years ago. So it's been a while.
How has 2017 been 8 years ago?
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh.
Is my math right? Is it 8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
Yes, I've been back.
Ugh.
tootling along, and then Dan
Toodle.
started
Toodle. Tell me without
tootling along, and then Dan and I got married January of
So wait a
2019.
second. Hold on. You kind of missed how Dan ended up back in the
Oh,
picture. You
okay.
used
So
him to get into bars, as last we heard.
yeah, okay. So 2016, 2015. I don't know, somewhere in there. When I was back finishing up school and when I was slinging wedding dresses.
After I turned 21, I didn't need him anymore.
Yeah, after I cut ties with him. So I was 24, whatever that was. I don't know. So I was like 24, 25. When I moved back to my college town, after he graduated college, he got a degree in public relations. Then he worked in Chicago for the same time that I was working down in Iowa. And we both came back to the same city at the same time. And he saw that I had just broke up with the boyfriend that I was dating for a couple years. And so he like slid into my DMs and he's like, "Hey, we should go watch a Badger game." And
Hey,
I
I
was
can
like,
sneak into a bar again, except you've got your own ID and you're good to go.
"Yeah, yeah." And I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And I was like, why is he sending me a message? Like, whatever. So I said no. Or like I just blew him off once or twice. And then on the third time I was like, "Okay, I'll meet up with you." So we met for a couple beers and we had pork shanks and we bonded over that and our love of Jimmy Buffett.
It's a true Wisconsin love story.
Yes, we drank Miller
Beers and
Lights,
pork shanks.
and I'm sure there are cheese curds involved too. So
Well, then it's love at first sight. if
yeah,
there's cheese involved.
honestly, yeah, that's all I need. That's all I
Yes.
needed. Um, so yeah, we met or we reconnected there, and then yep, got married in 2019, and then he started working out here 2020, the following year. Um, and he's been here ever since. So it's been great. I told him on one of our first dates that it was my plan to come back out here and work on the marsh. And if he wasn't okay with, packing up his life and moving out here with me, then hit the road, Jack. And so I brought him out here to kind of give him a tour and show him everything. And he's a big hunter. He's a big deer hunter. And we have a lot of woods out here. So once he saw the trees and all the white-tailed deer, he's just like,
I can work with that.
yes, let's do this. And I think since coming out here, he's maybe hunted once or twice.
Fort Dan.
It's fine. It's fine. Right? It's
So
fine.
we gotta tell him my husband's trick to get to go hunting. He plans a hunting trip once a year with his friends away so that nobody can be like, "Oh, actually, I'm gonna need you to do this. Actually, I'm gonna need you to do this." So he goes away and he's like, haha, I'm gonna do what I want. So tell him that's the trick to getting to go
Yeah.
hunting. You have to go away.
He does that.
Got it in your backyard. You gotta go away.
Yes. Goodbye. I don't want to be able to contact you for a weekend. Just skedaddle, please.
Or I'll send Greg out so then he'll be like, well, I have to bring Greg out hunting.
It just,
So I just have to hunt.
yeah, it just has to be done.
He came all this way. Like I really
Yeah.
gotta do it.
I can't waste his time.
Seriously. I'll send Greg out. Next
Yes.
year.
Thank
Greg's
you.
already got his trip planned for this year. Next year I'll send him to Wisconsin.
Perfect.
We'll go keep those deer from eating the cranberries.
Right. Little
Are they
buggers.
bad with that?
No, they don't. Nothing really eats the cranberries too much except me. But they do walk. I'm just kidding. They walk through and they just kind of kick the fruit off the vines, or they do sleep out there sometimes. So
some
they bed
peanuts.
down. Yeah, they bed down on it, and
Wait,
then
you're telling me they sleep in the water?
they swim. They're really great swimmers.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I
Yeah.
got you now.
I think they are, aren't they?
I couldn't tell you.
Fun fact: did you know moose?
Moose can swim, I think.
Yeah, like their main predator is a killer whale because they swim. Yeah, they swim. They swim out like out in the oceans, and they'll dive down to get like the seaweed in the water.
Tell me the moose's number one predator is a killer whale.
Yes, Google it.
I'm Googling it right now.
Google
Oh my
it.
gosh, I gotta know this.
That's one of my party fun facts.
What's your party trick? Did you know that the killer whale is the moose's?
Yes, that's like my one like out of pocket trivia fact.
You've got more than that.
Well, depends who you talk to, I guess.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Hold on, sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time. Let's see. Let's check the Google.
I was up last night feeding Tommy. I always scroll TikTok because
Oh,
what's some more brain rot? And I was just watching killer whale videos and I'm like, these are scary. I don't like this.
okay. In most areas, bears are the major predator on moose calves, but surprisingly, the only natural predator of the moose is the orca whale. Wow. That's interesting.
If you take anything away from this podcast today, let it be that.
I mean, I learned something. You can sleep good tonight knowing that I learned something.
Oh, thank you. My job is done. See you later.
My job is done. Thank you very much.
Good.
So Dan decides that he's going to move to the cranberry bog because he's going to go hunting.
Yep.
And then he ends up being a cranberry farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like something he saw in his bingo cards, or was he like, that was not on my bingo card?
I think once he started dating me, he kind of figured. I mean, he knew Dan. I think Dan has always known that I'm his end game. So once I told him
No
that,
life after me, Dan, none.
No, really, no. You're not going to learn anything about cranberries this episode. It's all
That's
just
okay. This is not necessarily an educational. If they want to learn all about cranberries, they're going to go follow you.
I gave you your one fact for the night. What more do you want from me?
Seriously. But I definitely sent Greg a reel this morning that was like a lady, and the guy was like, so what would you do if I cheated on you? He goes, would you leave me or would you stay with me? And she was like, oh, I'd stay with you. He goes, really? If I cheated on you, you'd stay with me? And she goes, yeah. And then the newspaper headlines would read on how he mysteriously led a very painful death, like very quickly, but there was no poison to be found. And she says it with like a straight face. So I sent it to him and I was like, take note. Like, this is going to happen.
Yes.
I've got people.
He knows I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, so I know a thing or two. Don't worry.
So, okay. So if I need to phone a friend, you're also my friend. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Or we'll strap him to a moose and send him to the ocean.
Yes. I'll tie some seaweed onto him and throw him in the Alaskan Sea. See you.
Oh my gosh. And now we've plotted. And this is the things that you get out. We're recording this later, way later than I normally record podcasts, but apparently this is like the witching hour and our husbands should probably be somewhat concerned.
This is what happens when I don't have anyone to talk to all day other than a 4-year-old and a 3-month-old. So sorry, this is what you get.
I am loving it. We can do this all the time. Like this is amazing. And I just talk to people and they probably don't even listen to me. So, I mean, I pretty much don't talk to anyone all day either because I know my kids don't listen to me.
Right. It happens.
So how has the transition been, before obviously you had kids, learning, you had already learned to work with your parents and other family members, but like how did learning to work with your significant other go for you guys?
I think it went pretty well. It was all about kind of like a power balance almost, really figuring out what each other's strengths and weaknesses were. So we're both the kind of people where it's like we need to be the best at everything that we do kind of people. So it's like, listen, I'm allowed to do this job. You're not. Like, this is mine. It's like a kind of like a territorial thing where it's like, no, this is my thing. I don't want you doing this thing. And he's like, no, I want to know how to do this. I'm like, no. You're going to do it wrong. Like, trust me, you're going to do it wrong. I know how to do it. So just let me do it. And it was kind of like figuring out that power balance of like, okay, I guess you could learn how to do this, but you're going to learn it from me. So you do it right, and, he's been really great.
No, that's not right. Do it this way.
Do it this way. And he's like, whatever. So he's really great about just kind of taking things in stride and learning as he goes and asking a lot of questions. And he's been really great. He's been great out here. And like my dad is not the easiest person to get along.
Wait, are you talking about you or me? Hold on. Wait a second. Are you telling my story or your story? Because they're very similar in that aspect. And again, I tell Greg what to do and he's just chill enough and he's like,
yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. And then he goes and does what he's going to do anyways.
Yeah. That's how I am too. I'm like, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Like, just let me try it. So, yeah, no, he's been really great. He's been really great juggling, everything with work and then coming home, and being a great dad and just being really involved in everything that he does and wanting to be involved in our community and like making friends. He's
What?
I don't
Not
like
allowed to have friends.
no, like let me stay in my house. I don't want to talk to people. So he's
I can
very
run an Instagram page and like podcast and do things, but I don't want to actually talk to people.
no, like it sounds like my personal hell going out and like being social with people again. Like, ugh,
She
leave
has
me in my bubble, please.
she has reverted to her house in COVID and never out ever again.
Like the thought of going to a bar with other
No.
no.
But I also think it comes with the age because I
Yeah.
too am just kind of past the like, I don't want to go to a bar. I don't want to go deal with like obnoxious drunk people. Like, I've got zero need for that.
Or he's like, no, we need to make friends out here. And I'm like, no, we don't. Because that would mean I have to
High
leave the
school with most
house.
of them. We don't need to be friends with them.
Yeah. I was like, I know these people. I don't know. They're very lovely. I'm just a crotchety old fart now. I just like leave me with my babies. I don't ever want to leave. It's fine. I really need to
All
get out
good.
and talk to other people. But
It's the voices in my head that keep me company. It's fine. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is like the best conversation ever.
just
All the
unhinged.
giggling at 9:30 at night for me.
I know. I'm just like starting to drip sweat. I'm like, I need another shower before I go to bed.
She's nervous about something, or she's nervous Dan's going to be mad at her for the
I
thing.
know. I'm like, who's gonna listen to this? Is anybody from my hometown gonna listen to this?
We'll send it out. I'll be like, target people from Amber's hometown.
Yes.
Knows they talked bad. She talked bad about them.
I really do like people. I just don't like being social anymore. It's just
Certain
no,
people,
most people.
yes, just very particular.
Yes.
The pool is getting more narrow as to like
It's very small on who I choose to interact with. So consider yourself lucky you're in that pool.
I was just gonna say I feel very privileged that you're here chatting with me. And
Yes, you're getting all the juicy details tonight.
I love it. This is my thing. Like, let's do this.
Yes.
So, and I guess we've kind of already talked about like going into it, balancing motherhood and all the fun things.
Mhm.
What other, okay, prior to reverting back into your shell, what other fun things have you done?
Like because of social media?
Yeah.
Oh, man, a lot of really cool things. It's insane.
Now, I know that the top one on your list is going to Connecticut to talk to a bunch of Cabot dairy farmers.
Yeah, like that was so random and so cool. So that week was particularly crazy because like you had reached out to me to come out to Connecticut and I'm like that's weird. That's super random, but I'm very excited to do this. And just like the day before that, there's a place in Wisconsin called Door County. So it's like the thumb of the state like if
Oh,
you're
here she
looking at
goes.
it.
This is my thing when I go to board meetings and you're like talk to someone new, and if they're from Wisconsin or they're from Michigan, if you say, "Oh, whereabouts are you from?" immediately their hand goes up and you're like, "Okay, they're from one of those. They're from one of those states there."
So like the Thumb Peninsula, that's Door County, and it's supposed to be like the east coast of Wisconsin. So it's very like coastal towny. It's a very cute little strip of Wisconsin. It's all like it's just cutesy, like a little harbor town. Um, so when I was
The
doing
demure.
it is, it's very cutesy
Okay.
and demure. So when I was doing my podcast with Becca, we had reached out to Door County. I'm looking for like a cherry grower because they're really big in cherries. That's like their thing out there. And we're like, can we talk to a cherry grower? Like, we can't find any on social media. Can you connect us with somebody? And they're like, actually, why don't you guys come up here for a trip? And like, we'll put you up in a hotel. Like, we'll get you connected with a creamery up here. Like, you can go to Cherry Orchard. Like, they arranged this 2 or 3 day trip for us. So we're up there doing that. And then Porter was like a year old. And then we drove back home. And then the next day I flew out to Connecticut for just like a super quick trip back home. And then I want to say we were going to like a Jimmy Buffett concert the next day, like as soon as we got back. And then it was it was just an insane like week of travel. And that was really fun to be able to do
Us,
that, talk to you guys, meet like all these dairy farmers and just kind of share a little bit about cranberries with you guys.
and though she's from Wisconsin, she really loved that Vermont cheddar. Just
Did.
saying.
It was really good. I'm not, yeah, I know nothing about nothing with the dairy industry. I don't pretend to know anything, but I do know good cheese when I try it. And
And I know you like your yogurts.
my God, that yogurt. So my grandma has a place down in Florida and they have Publix down there. We
Mhm.
don't have a lot of Cabot products in Wisconsin,
Because you're Wisconsin,
unfortunately.
yeah.
But my grandma hooked me on this Cabot yogurt. It's like a vanilla bean yogurt and
Is it the 2% or is it the triple cream?
it's a triple cream. So it's literally just like a dessert. It's like eating a custard, but it's yogurt and it's just the best thing ever. And I'm so sad we don't have any near me because I ate so much of that yogurt in Florida. I think I went through like 3 tubs in a week.
If it would ship, I would ship you some, but I don't know how it would ship.
Yeah, I every time I eat it, I tag you guys on social media and I always they like it. I'm like, "Can you please get this in the Wisconsin stores because I will keep you in business." Like,
Just send them your local store and be like, hey, this.
please bring it here. I need it here.
So just start talking. I know that's hard, but go to your store and talk to people and be like, I need this yogurt. Or someone's going down. Like, we got to have it.
Please. I'll get you a sample of it. You need to try it. Anyway,
Well,
so we
when
did
I
that.
come to World Dairy Expo, I could put some in my suitcase if you come to Madison and get it.
That's always during October, isn't it?
It's like the last few days of September, first day of October. It's like,
Yeah, that's like prime harvest for us.
yeah.
It's poor timing.
I'm aware. One time I'm in Wisconsin every year and Amber's never available.
Yeah. Don't plan anything around October for me. So what else? I did a video with Charlie Barons. If you're not familiar with him, he's a Midwestern comic comedian. That's the word I was looking for. So he came out here and did like this huge video
Which was
with
awesome.
us. It was super fun. He came during the pandemic and we did like a video on how to grow cranberries with him. So it was fun. What else? I started working with Carhartt, which is really fun. Partnering with them, doing some fun videos with them, getting on their payroll, which is really cool
Oh, there
and
you go.
exciting. And we have a cool project coming out during the holidays that I'm really excited. This upcoming holiday season, I'm really excited for people to see. It's really exciting. I'm really excited about that one. I've worked with some other really cool brands. Yeah, it's insane. Like I worked with Lacrosse footwear because that's what we wear during harvest, like our green hip boots that I wear, that's Lacrosse footwear. I worked with them, worked with Leatherman, like the multi-tool. I worked with Quick Trip. It's a very big convenience store out in like the Midwest. It's like Buc-ee's, but I've never
You've
been
been
to
to
a
a
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's?
I've never been to a Buc-ee's, so I can't say it's better,
So
but it's pretty cool.
I got to go to my first Buc-ee's this past December, and we had to go to a wedding in Texas. And so we're like, okay, we need to go to a Buc-ee's. We're just going to put in like the nearest Buc-ee's into the GPS and we're going to go there. So we put it in and we go like, it's like 45 minutes because we were in Houston. So we needed to like travel to the outskirts to get to one. And we get to one and my mom looks at it and she goes, this is no Buc-ee's. It was like knockoff Buc-ee's. Like it was actually Buc-ee's, but it was like tiny.
Really?
It was so weird. So she's like, well, that's not going to work. So then we proceeded to put a different Buc-ee's in, and she Googled it first to make sure that it was like the Buc-ee's that you look for.
Yeah.
And drove another hour in a different direction to go to this other Buc-ee's, which let me tell you, it was like amazing.
I heard
Absolutely.
they're very overwhelming, but they're really cool.
My kids got pants. Like, where else can you go? You can get like sleepwear, pants, raincoats, toys, beef jerky, like brisket sandwiches,
Everything.
like all the things, anything you want. It's in Buc-ee's. It's pretty cool. It's like the Culvers. It's like the Culvers of the gas station world.
Culver's is like the one thing I need to kind of complete the Wisconsin trifecta. So I'm working on it one of these days.
Well, make friends with them and have them send you a vanilla custard candle. It'll be all worth all your dreams.
Okay. I'll work on it. I'll see who I can pull some strings with.
And bacon pens. I mean, who doesn't like bacon pens?
Losers.
What everybody needs is a bacon
Right.
pen in their life. Obvious.
Obviously.
Haven't lived till you have the bacon pen. That's where
I am very jealous of the bacon pen. That sounds nice.
I mean, looks tasty. What can I say? Oh my gosh, my life. This is my life. So I love to ask some fun rapid fire questions because they're always
God.
fun.
This is water, by the way, if you can believe that. I just need to throw that out for before the rapid questions. So hit me.
Well, you've been doing the same thing that I think my husband and we really don't drink anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. After having kids, I'm like, I can't do this. It makes me feel like garbage.
Yes, thank you. Because then, what was it, 4th of July, I like had a couple drinks. And then the next day I felt like crap and I was like, well, screw that. I don't need to do that anymore. So like a glass of wine, if I'm like out to dinner is one thing, but I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Yep.
Had enough of that nonsense. So yep.
Yep.
I'm in my water drinking era.
Yes, I'm in my mocktail girl era.
Coffee and water.
Yeah.
The two things that I need to survive.
Yeah. Me too.
So, oh, and I have to tell you, and I don't know if they come from you guys or not, but my mom got these things at the restaurant store near us where she gets a lot of our catering food from. They are dark chocolate covered cranberries and pistachio. It's like a mix. Oh my God, they're so good. I don't know if they're Wisconsin cranberries. I do not know. But let me tell you, I think of you when I eat them because I'm like,
Thank you.
would be so proud of me eating these.
I have never tried cranberries and pistachios.
But they're both chocolate covered. So when you bite into them, you don't know if it's a cranberry or a pistachio.
Ooh, that's fun. It's like Russian roulette.
It's fun. But then of course, we had to hide them from the kids because the kids are picking them out and they're only eating. They don't, because they're like the dehydrated cranberries, obviously. And they like don't particularly, they have bad taste. Let's just put that up.
That's fine.
So then they're pistachios out, but then they'd like bite into a cranberry one and just like leave it there. And I'm like, you're gonna eat the whole thing or you're not eating any.
Yeah, I'm the type of person that would just like suck the chocolate off something and then just leave. I'm that kind of person too.
She's just over here teaching her kids the best habits in life. So here's the thing, kids. You just eat the chocolate, leave the insides. When I eat Chex Mix, I leave the rye chips. Screw those things. They're disgusting.
When I was pregnant, Starburst jelly beans. Got it. I had to have them. I ate everything except for the orange jelly beans. I would just sit there and just like meticulously pick out like one. Anyway, also getting back to my bad habit of sucking the chocolate off of things. When I was little, I was over at my grandparents' house and we were there for breakfast one morning and I was full, but my grandma made bacon and there was some leftover bacon laying around. I didn't want to eat it. I just wanted the flavor in my mouth again. So I went around and I just licked the bacon and I put it back. And then my grandfather came along, saw that there was extra bacon and ate it. And my grandfather was a germaphobe, like to the extreme. And so when I saw him eating this bacon that I had just licked and slobbered all over, I started laughing hysterically. And he looked at me and he said, "What?" And I said, "Does that taste funny to you?" And he said, "No." I was like, I licked all the flavor off of it. So you're just eating. And he almost threw up. So then he started calling me Bacon Licker. That was just kind of like my odd
Of
nickname.
all of the nicknames, Bacon Licker.
I was a Bacon Licker. Anyway,
it's like the old Orbitz commercial. You lint liquor.
Yeah, I was a Bacon Licker.
That has to be one of the best stories I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, you're getting them all tonight.
You're in perfect form for this.
Yes,
I love it. It's good. You. Oh my gosh. Now I have to like compose myself and like think of my rapid fire questions.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to lick?
I don't even know what to say to that.
Good.
Ice cream cones.
Okay.
Ice cream cones. We're going ice cream cones. So now I got to find my list. I was going to do this off the top of my head and now my brain.
I got you frazzled.
All I can think about is you licking all the bacon. I'm never coming to your house for breakfast ever.
Please don't. Please don't. I will make cooking recipe videos, but don't come to my house and eat.
Unless I bring my own food.
Yeah, bring your own. It's like,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll
it's
bring
not a pro-
cabbage. You provide the cranberries, I'll provide the yogurt. It'll be wonderful.
That sounds great.
Okay. So, sidetrack on that yogurt again. Make some type of a fruit cobbler and put the triple cream Cabot yogurt on top. You're welcome.
Thank you. That sounds great. I
Have
just
it.
ate it with like strawberries or blueberries, but that sounds way better.
You don't even need which I mean, I'm not one to turn down ice cream ever. So
Yeah.
that's how
It's
that goes.
That's
But
what I was
you
gonna
can
say.
literally
It's
just put it on top and it is,
Yep.
yep. So for those of you listening, make yourself a fruit cobbler, Cabot triple cream, put it on there.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
very good. Very good.
Oh my gosh. So rapid fire questions now
Yep.
that I've got myself somewhat composed again.
Yep.
Beach or mountains?
I've never been to the mountains, so beach. Bummer.
Not have mountains in Wisconsin or
I live in a swamp.
yeah, good point. She's like swamp woman of the north.
I'm Shrek. I live in the swamp. Like a hill is a mountain to
Nice
me.
by calling you swamp woman, not
No.
Shrek. So
I'm Shrek. I'm a swamp rat, whatever you want to call me. Altitude is not out here.
oh gosh. So beach is the way we're going.
Yeah. Unless there's killer whales, then
Well, if you're a moose, then you should really watch out.
it's true. Safe there.
Definitely not a moose. Don't have antlers, so we're
No.
good.
No, we're good.
Oh my gosh. Favorite movie?
Tommy
Oh.
Boy.
That's right. You and my husband were quoting Tommy Boy in Connecticut. I'm 99.9% sure.
Yes, that's not why I named my child Thomas, but
I didn't.
it happens. It's for other reasons, but it
Oh
was a
my
nice
gosh, I love
tie-in.
it.
Yeah.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Rocky Road.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on in there. All right, here's a specific Amber question.
Okay.
Do you like your cranberries in more of a sweet application or a savory application?
Sweet.
Because they're such a versatile.
They're very versatile. I'm trying to do that with this cooking thing that I'm doing. I'm trying to incorporate them in like fun and funky different ways. They're good savory, but I've got a sweet tooth. I'm always going to choose a sweets over savory.
Same.
That's diabetes, that gestational diabetes. There's a reason. There's not a reason. It's just my luck, but
Diabetes.
diabetes.
All I could picture is the guy in the meme. Diabetes. Oh my gosh. If people are still listening to this podcast, thank you. We appreciate you hanging in there. Hope you're giggling too. My
Yeah,
face
we
is
are.
laughing. Oh my gosh. Pizza or burgers?
Burgers.
That put you back for a second there. You
It
really
did.
think about that.
It did. I like a good pizza, but I will eat burgers every day for breakfast. I love breakfast burgers. Burgers for breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
You put eggs on them?
No. Just a good cheeseburger for
Wow.
breakfast.
I mean, yeah, I could do a cheeseburger for breakfast, probably.
Yeah, when I was in high school and we'd do volleyball tournaments, we'd go out for breakfast beforehand if we had like a later starting tournament, and I would always get a cheeseburger for breakfast. And I played like a champion that day. Without a fail, cheeseburger for breakfast is
The way to go,
it's the
apparently.
way to go.
And then
milk.
rest of the day.
And then you get diabetes. Like, I don't know why that happens to me.
Oh my gosh. What's your favorite hype song? Like when you need to get pumped up. No, I stumped her.
I mean, gosh, there's so many. This is hard.
One that comes to your mind. Come on.
I have a list of songs that I can't play when I'm driving because it makes me drive too fast. The first one that I think of, I don't know who sings it. It's a song called Gloria.
Gloria?
I don't know.
I don't know if I know that song. Sure. Will it come through?
Where's my music?
Song. Who sings the Gloria song? Laura Branigan?
I don't know. Yep.
Released in 1982? Okay. It's not coming through, just so you know. We're going to have to, everyone's just going to have to look this song up.
Oh,
She's
my
jamming.
computer. I got a note on here. It's like, playing music? Question mark? Yeah.
Meanwhile, everyone watching is seeing Amber's got the fist pumping going. It's quite funny.
Like bangers over here. That or that song from George of the Jungle. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
Did you ever watch George of the Jungle with Brendan Fraser?
I don't know. Probably not. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's
I'm
fine.
losing the mood. I'm sorry.
You are. It's fine. If you know, you know. There's someone out there that's hanging
Don't
with us.
just don't listen to it when you're driving because you get speeding tickets. It's fine.
You will, or Fall Out Boy. If I listen to Thanks for the Memories.
I do know that song. Okay.
Okay, yeah. If I listen to that song while I'm driving, it's an immediate skip just because I drive too fast when I listen to it.
I did a boxing camp yesterday and Eminem Lose Yourself came on and I was like bouncing around. I was like, yeah, let's beat some stuff up.
Yeah, it'll get you.
It'll get you. So this isn't even my hype song, but one of my best friends in high school, her like favorite song to hype her up was Eye of the Tiger. So now every time I hear Eye of the Tiger, I think of her. It's way too long ago.
I was in a band, so anytime we'd have like pep band and stuff, it was just like beating a dead horse. So I can't do those songs anymore. It's like I'm playing the band music in my head. I'm like, this is lame. This is lame. Me. Yes.
What did you play in band?
I played the French horn.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm
Or
very
did
cool.
you speak with a French accent after?
No, I didn't.
That's disappointing.
I didn't. I had braces all through high school, and then my senior year, I got my braces taken off, and I sucked at playing French horn after that. Because it's all about your embouchure, like your mouth muscles. And so when I got my braces taken off, I wasn't used to like having
no braces there.
Yeah, so I couldn't get the pitches right anymore, and it was really sad.
No,
I was really good with braces, and then once I got them taken off,
she lost her talent.
lost my skill.
To think you could have been like a world-class orchestra player now.
I could have. Darn braces.
Lost moment.
It was. Darn it.
Yep. Coffee or tea?
I never thought I'd be a coffee person, but 2 kids later, here I am.
I was gonna say kids will do that to you.
They did. Yeah, they got me there.
In a hurry. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. What's your favorite animal?
A sloth. They
You
poop once
said
a
that
week.
like you were ready for me to ask that.
That's a for sure answer. They poop once a week. They're cute. They're great. I love them.
I guess. See, I'm learning all the animal facts. I thought I was well versed in my animal facts, but here I am getting shown up by a cranberry grower.
Yeah. Yep. You never know.
Oh my gosh. Favorite place you've ever traveled? Uh-oh.
I love possums too. Sloths and possums. Favorite place I've ever traveled to, Costa Rica. Getting back on the sloth thing. Costa Rica is great. Back to sloths. They live there. It's great.
When did you get to go to Costa Rica?
16. I went with my family for a vacation.
Fun.
It was great. It was great. I love the humidity of the rainforest. It was just like walking outside and getting soaking wet because it was so humid. It was really fun.
Oh, wait, that's like today at my house.
I love humidity.
Who are you?
I
thought that we had a lot of similarities, but you lost me there.
I live in a swamp.
Good point.
Like, it's just amphibious here.
Oh my gosh. And what is your like dream place to travel? So like if someone said, "Hey, you're going to your dream place, where are you going?" Not your house. Not allowed.
I think like I want to go to Poland. My family's from Poland. I think it would be kind of cool just to go back and see what the hype is all about. Ireland is also up on the list too.
See what the hype's all about.
I want to have a good pierogi.
Yes.
I want to see like a Nona.
Pierogies are literally the freaking best. They're so good. Like
I need
not
to make
much beats a good homemade pierogi.
I need to figure out how to make like a cranberry pierogi. So stay tuned.
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay. If you can send me some yogurt, I'll send you a cranberry pierogi.
I will show up. I will show up with yogurt. You make me pierogies.
Deal.
You can put whatever you want in them. So
bacon. Get ready for
except for bacon. I'm not doing your licked bacon pierogies. Amber's specialty, licked bacon pierogies.
That's my secret ingredient.
Oh, don't you worry about that.
It's not love. Love is not my secret ingredient. It's licked bacon.
It's just spit. It's
just spit.
My gosh. Literally not editing this. I'm leaving it alone. It's a beauty. It's perfect.
Great. I don't have the lights on in this room either, so
it's perfect. You're kind of glowing. You're really bringing on the podcast. What morbid podcast look you got going on there?
it really enhances like the sweat on my face too. It's great. I'm glistening like skin.
No, it's your sunny personality glowing in the dark.
I'm
I do love the fact that you're literally sitting in the dark now. It was like somewhat light when we started and it's getting darker and darker. And now you're like in a black and white movie over
yeah,
there.
I am. It's great. Sorry.
Amber's done disappeared. Hold on. I got to grab my notebook. I lost it. I really don't know where it is. So I guess I'm not. Yep. Hang on. Pause. Found it. I was using my notebook for other things in life and I lost it for a second. But we got it. I set it on a shelf, not within arm's reach distance. But alas, we have found it. This one's more deep thought.
Okay.
Could be. What advice would you give your college-aged self? Whether or not she'd listen, who knows, but what would you go back and tell her?
Get on the anxiety medication. It's not, it's worth it. I think that would honestly be the only thing, just because I'm like, it's to the point. I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, I'm so much more calm. It probably doesn't seem like it, but like, I'm so calm that I crave caffeine just to like get me back to that level. And that's kind of scary. So I'm learning to like live in that calmness and be okay with it and not feel like something's wrong because I'm not on that heightened alert anymore. And I wish I would have started this a long time ago. So I think getting on that anxiety medication and just like taking it down a notch. Like, you
Yeah.
can't control the world, just control your own world a little bit better.
Yeah. And I mean, definitely as a younger person, because we're still young. We just have to point that out. As a younger person, it could be really hard to kind of like come to terms with that and be like, take that dive. Like it's kind of almost the scary unknown. Like, oh, I don't necessarily want to do that. But, if it's something that really helps you, and by all means, do it with a doctor. Like, I'm not a doctor. I just know a lot of people and I talk to a lot of people. But, if it helps make you a more functioning person and doesn't have you like just a ball of nerves all the time, like no one should have to live like being so nervous that something's going to happen all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially with like the way the world is and like the way with social media too, like I feel like my social media, if I'm on there long enough, it's just so much, it's highlighting all the negativity. Like, this is what's going wrong. This is what's going wrong. This happened here. It's just so much to take in and like these short little snippets and to bounce from like TikTok is really bad at this, where you're watching like this heartbreaking video and then hopping, to the next video of like the happiest thing you've ever seen. And to go from like such extreme emotions that rapidly for that long of time, if you're just like doom scrolling, it's like mental warfare. So being able to like remove yourself from social media too, and just like learning to put your phone away and sitting in the silence, not being on your phone when you order food at a restaurant, like not taking your phone out to like kill that silence, that kind of thing too. Just being comfortable in the silence, in the calmness, learning how to navigate that a little bit better than just being so hyped up all the time is something I wish I would have started at a younger age and not waiting until I had kids to like navigate that while, so I wish I would have started that when I was college age instead of now, for sure.
Definitely. And so I have a feeling that yours is going to be sports related, just an inkling.
Okay.
What is a quote that drives you to like be the best you can be?
Ooh, it's not sports related.
It's not. Wow, I'm impressed.
It's not.
I
No.
was like, it's got to be some good baseball player or something.
Oh, no, I'm really bad at remembering quotes. Let me see if I can find it. I have all of these notes in my phone. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Remembering things is not my forte. I've gotten a few too many concussions in my life to really
And what is so?
Oh,
Stay away from
trust
the
the-
concussions.
yeah. Trust the weight. That's it. That was all I had to
Why?
remember.
Why is that something that really resonates with you?
Just because, like being so anxious all the time, it's always like, hurry up and get it done. I need this to happen now. And like that intensity. So learning to just trust yourself to wait. Like, it's okay to wait on things. It's okay not to have it that instant gratification. It's okay not to rush through things just to get it completed. It's okay to just sit and just let it happen. Like it's okay to go through the rapids every once in a while, like in the water, but it's okay to just sit and just like let the current take you as well. So just trust the wait, man.
It's like it reminds me of the turtle on Finding Nemo.
Yeah, just ride the Australian river current or whatever the heck. The
Brilliant
river.
river current. What?
What is
I don't know.
what I'm talking about? Whatever
Ocean
riding.
current.
Yeah,
Okay, the Australian river current.
you know what I mean.
I got you.
There's probably orcas in it, so watch out.
Yeah, don't put your moose in there.
No.
You're done.
No, you're done.
Watch out, Australian moose. For
Whatever.
the Australian river current orcas.
Yes. Yep.
People are going to listen to this and be like, are they, what kind of drugs are they?
I promise I'm just hot and tired.
Oh my gosh. It's called being a mom
It
in the
is.
summer.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. I love it. Amber, where can people find you if you want to be seen?
I was going to say, if you want to find me, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, over at Cranberry Chats. Come on
Awesome.
over, say hi, tell me a fun fact. I love learning fun facts about animals, obviously. If you can think of what the current is in Finding Nemo that the turtles ride,
Also, let me know.
so let me know because I don't want to watch that movie again.
Doomed. You have 2 young children.
It's going to happen, but I would rather somebody just tell me so I don't have to watch it right now. It's so sad.
It is. It's sad.
I don't want to do that. Just let me know, please.
We could just Google it.
Or I'll send you a message at 3 a.m. when I'm awake.
And it comes to you.
Yeah, it'll come to me then. I'll be like, no, it's the Australian something.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. So, anyways, everybody go give Amber a follow. She is an absolute riot. And you'll learn all about cranberries, which I have learned so much about cranberries. And
Just not tonight. Sorry.
no, that's okay. This was not meant to be an educational. It was meant to be a fun Ride the Australian River Current podcast.
Mission accomplished.
Yes, we got this. And you learned a few fun facts about animals because
Yes, you're welcome.
that's what everyone needs in their toolbox.
Little party
Awesome.
tricks for you guys.
I was trying to think of what my party trick would be the other day, and I don't know what my party trick is.
Fun facts. That's all I got.
I'm going to have to up my game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got to work on this. So, anywho, give Amber a follow over at Cranberry Chats, and please connect with me at Dairy Gal Val. And of course, share this episode with a friend, leave us a review, do all the fun things. And thank you so much for pulling up a Bale with us. We appreciate it, and we will talk to you next time.